Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Excuse me. What do you say we do a random ranking? Yeah, let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking some movies. Alright, 3 of them. Is that what I said? 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do whatever this one is right here. And then maybe we'll do a 3rd one in this section. Let's see what this brings us. Alright. Nice. Cool. Awesome. You know what? I like all of these movies. Some more than others. That's where the ranking comes in. Alright. First off, we have a Blu-ray over here, and the film is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, V2. So this one, I still really like it, and actually it continues to grow on me. But the issue is, we have this great collection of teammates that were brought together under different circumstances, and we fall in love with them in the first movie. So we're like, all right, I love seeing these people together, and they're sort of family unit. But this movie, they become separated. Honestly, I can't believe there's only 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I mean, I know we see them in other Marvel movies, but when I think about this movie to Guardians 3, there's so much happens. That's a mega jump. It really doesn't feel like a part 3 now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, because you have all this other stuff that you have to navigate through, you know, your end games and your what is it? The end game and Infinity War and Endgame. And then there's that Christmas special, and you know, some of the Thor films, and you know, all that stuff you have to sort of see in order to get what's going on in 3. So that's kind of interesting. This trilogy, unfortunately, doesn't fully stand on its own because of the extra information. Anyway, this movie, I really like it. I like everything. It's interesting because I like everything that's happening to the characters in it. I like everyone's stories, but it is a shame that so many of them are separated and sort of locked up and kept in a specific spot. So there's not much, you know, movement with them. But yeah, some awesome stuff happens, and you get that great quote at the end that, you know, just kind of makes you tear up a little bit. Oh my gosh, and Stallone is in this. I mean, I don't know, this one's really good. I don't know, the more I'm thinking about it, I know I still love the first one the most, but I'm like thinking about all these great moments in this movie, and I'm like, man, this one's great. It is great. Rooker, I mean, the stuff with Rooker and Quill, I love it. Man, no, I still like the first one the best, because I don't know, I like origin stories. I like the intros, stuff like that. Next we have Goonies right here. Classic. We got, you know, all of our classic characters here. Mouth was always my favorite when I was a kid. I remember though, when I played soccer, my team would make me do the truffle shuffle, so maybe Chunk would be, and now he wasn't my favorite, but you know, I guess that could have been my soccer nickname for one season. It was just what everybody was getting me to do, that truffle shuffle. But yeah, great story. This one, oh yeah, and you know how it has like the 2 different endings, somewhat endings? Like if you were watching it on like the Disney Channel as a kid, you have this whole scene with like the squid octopus thing, but if you were watching it like on a VHS tape, you weren't given that. So that's kind of cool if you watched it on television as you were growing up. But yeah, good movie. Richard Donner, I mean, right? And then Spielberg. I mean, this was great. This was like Spielberg. Um, I think I don't know when his prime was, but it feels like a part of it when he was just like producing gold, producing gold, producing gold, directing gold, directing gold, directing gold. Next we have Scoop. This is a Woody Allen film. This is a comedy. It's a supernatural comedy, and I think it's good. I always have liked it. We got Wolverine and Scarlet Witch together in a film here. Um, let's see, but yeah, what I like about it is the supernatural element. I think this is one of Woody Allen's films that just gets forgotten, and I understand why. It's lighter fare, it's not one of his best ones. Like when I hold it up to the films that I'm like, whoa, Woody Allen, that is a great film, this really isn't one in that sense, but I have always enjoyed watching it, and I like that about it. I don't know, is supernatural the right word? I mean, I guess kind of. Basically there's like afterlife visuals in it, sort of thing. But yeah, this is, oh, death right there. So yeah, kind of like a murder mystery type thing. But yeah, I dig it. It's just wild, like, I like forget how old I am because this movie is very old. When did it come out? Maybe 2006. I'm seeing that year on here. And I think Scarlett Johansson is my age, maybe a year younger, maybe a year older or two, something like that. And it's just weird thinking about how old this movie is and how Scarlett Johansson, like thinking about how old this movie is. But Scarlett Johansson was still an adult and playing an adult in it when I don't feel like I have my life figured out. So how could I be an adult now? How am I an adult now? How could I be an adult now? But she, who is like maybe the same age as me, was an adult back in 2006. How could that be? Where she's playing parts like this. That's some of the weird stuff. But maybe she didn't feel like she had her life figured out either. But that's the thing, she's playing adult characters. So, maybe that helps actors know how old they are based on the characters they're playing. Um, like I just know I'm not a serious man, and I could never be Jack Ryan. That's just not me. But people that are around my age, like John Krasinski, I think maybe he's like 4 years older than me or something like that. He is playing like Jack Ryan, right? But I don't know. It's nothing I could do. I don't know. It's weird stuff. It's weird stuff. And plus, now I'm older than this version of Hugh Jackman. What? He's older than me. And now I'm what? Am I going through some crisis right now in this video? Am I going through a crisis of realizing that most of my life is behind me and not in front of me anymore? Okay, how are we going to rank them? Actually, maybe I'm at the midway point. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have the best health. Let's see. Probably at the... Hopefully there's still more ahead than behind. Alright, let's see. I mean, I love them all, but this is what I'm going to do. I do have to put Scoop at the end. Then I'm going to put Guardians 2. So this is almost just a case of... I don't know whether it's a case of... I was going to say how much I've seen them, but I've seen Goonies the most, but I've seen Scoop way... I used to watch Scoop all the time. I used to use it as a background movie to fall asleep to at night. So I've seen Scoop a lot more than Guardians 2. I've probably only seen Guardians 2 maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I'm going to go The Goonies, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then Scoop there at the end. But my question to you is, have you seen these films, these 3 right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? This says, it's funny, it's witty. This is headed to the best picture of the year list. Nope, didn't happen. Just watched myself out there. This says, laugh out loud funny. Any comedy, somebody's always saying that. 11 out of 10. This one says, a deliciously dizzy adventure with crowd-pleasing fun. But yeah, just in case you forgot, or if you're just tuning in right now, this is the ranking right here. But one more time, so it's the Goonies, the Guardians of the Galaxy's Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, and then Scoop. But one more time, my question is, have you seen these 3 films? And if so, what do you think of them? If you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.